Hello everyone and welcome back to PowerApps for big kids and little kids. We are perhaps going to go through a little bit of a kind of renaming on this. So I think that we may end up kind of settling down for something like PowerApps for Kids because it's a bit shorter. So during this session, if you're having a good time and you're on Twitter, by all means, tweet out PowerApps for Kids and do a screenshot or whatever it is, and it would be great to get a bit of energy going in the room. So can everyone see my screen at the moment? So it should say welcome, and PowerApps for Kids on it.
No, you're not sharing the screen yet, Rory.
Apologies. Well,
we can see your face.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me just come out of this and go on to Teams and then share my desktop, and I'm going to do that closer. That a bit better?
Yeah, we're all there.
Yeah, that's
good.
better.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give you an idea of what we're going to cover in the next hour. First of all, welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. And thank you also to my fellow presenters from last time round. So we had Reza, and he presented us with his matching game, which was really beautifully done. And we also had Daniel Christian, and he showed us quite a few things, which included some really amazing mathematics in order to get the planets of the Earth going around the sun. It was really, really cleverly done. I'm not sure if I understood all of it, so maybe I need a recap. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a little thing about what we're going to cover in this session, and then I'm going to go through it again. So in the first instance, I'm going to talk about a little tiny bit about what is PowerApps, like why I think we should learn it. We've already done our thing where we covered the things in session 1, and a little competition teaser, because at the end of last time round, we had a competition, and I think we might try and do another competition this time round. I think it's always good fun. Then we have, I'm going to do something which I've called, it's a really badly named game called the Reveal Game, but it's fun and it's just a game for us all to play together. And then we have the main part of today's session, which I'm super excited about, and that is Noughts and Crosses as prepared by the Veenstra family. So really, really looking forward to this. Then I'm hoping we got time for this to do a show you how you can customize the Reveal Game, and then we'll do a quick learning check and then competition results, and then we'll be all done. So now this just shows you my PowerPoint skills. I'm really bad at PowerPoint, but I'm better at PowerApps. So I'm just going to go back a bit. So first of all, not everyone who's come in here actually knows what PowerApps is. So I'm going to sort of tell you what PowerApps is. So PowerApps is a cloud-based product that Microsoft ship with Office 365. And it allows people to build apps for themselves or for their organizations, and they can put them on their phones, on their computers, or on their iPads. So the thing that most people get wrong about PowerApps is they think that it then becomes an app that they can just give to anyone in the world, and they're all kind of doing it a bit like WhatsApp and so on. It's not like that. It's actually quite a lot safer. So I think that's a good thing for us. Now, we will be sharing apps, but we're sharing the whole thing. So you'll see later on that we can download apps and so on. So my second thing is about why we should learn PowerApps. So here's the first reason. I'm going to make these up as I go along. So by all means, Peter, chip in if I miss anything. The first thing is this is something you can use now and into the future. So although we are going to be playing and having a great time today, this is what I do when I go to work. Now, I believe it or not, I don't do Noughts and Crosses games when I go to work, but it is the same thing. So it is a fantastic thing that you can bring directly into the workplace. Secondly, it's a great meeting point for parents and children, because the children get to learn things, the parents get to learn things, then they can go back to the workplace and say, hey, look, I've learned these things. Peter, any things to chip in on that? I mean, it's also kind of easy. So today we've got Robin and Leo. They are 8 and 10, and they're going to show us how to build PowerApps. I think that's amazing. So that's the bit of the sell that I'm gonna do with that. Peter, any other points?
The most important thing, Rory.
What was that?
Fun.
It is fun. It is fun, and we're going to see that it's fun over this session and over the sessions into the future. We're going to build a really great community when using PowerApps. I've done so many cool things, but it's not and so many people in the community. Hats off to them. So we did cover already what we covered in session 1. So that session 1 was just, I was so grateful to Daniel and Reza for accompanying me on the session, and also to the Microsoft Reactor. I kind of felt like we got the response that we wanted and thought, oh, do you know what, this is worth doing. So so the competition teaser, actually, I'm not going to do a competition teaser. So last time around, I will do a competition teaser. So this is just going to show my amazing skills with PowerPoint, because I'm now going to sort of shift. No, I'm not. So I am now going to show you my entry to the competition. So I'm actually trying to stop a slideshow here, end slideshow. So this is in fact, it's not really fair actually, because this is my entry to the slideshow, to the competition. So I thought it would be really good to do something very close to my heart, and I wanted to do an app all about toast. Boys, do you like toast? Leo?
Do you like toast, Leo and Robin?
I like toasted bagels.
Okay. Boys, this is actually a test. I'm going to do it with you guys, okay? Right. Do you know how to make toast?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's what we're going to do. So toast. So first of all, go to where you keep your bread, right? What do we have to do next? Time's up.
Slices.
Get the bread. What do we have to do next?
Put it in the toaster.
What?
Oh,
the whole bread?
bag.
You want to put the whole thing in
the bag.
Yeah, open it up. What are we going to do next?
Take some slices out.
Fantastic. Get the bread out. Next?
Put it in the toaster.
Put the bread into the toaster. Next?
Take it out. No,
Really?
leave it there to cook.
What?
Push the button down.
Push the button down. Next?
Leave it there to cook.
Next. Wait for 3 minutes. Okay. Next. Wait a bit longer. Next. Oh, next. Get a knife out of the drawer. What else are we going to do?
Get another slice of bread because it burned.
Oh, man. Yeah, that'd be yeah, because we did wait for a bit, didn't we? Okay. What should we put onto the bread? Time's up. Oh, we got to open the fridge. Then we've got to get the butter out. And then we've got to put the butter onto the toast. And then...
taking the toast out. Yep, you didn't take the toast out.
Oh,
it's still
no.
in the oven.
Oh dear. So I'd be buttering the toaster, wouldn't I? And so take the toast out and then cut it into 2. And then what do we do? And no, I put it. And what's next?
Eat it.
I think I put it on a plate and then I take a bite. Okay, but check this out. And you can. This is shared with you guys. So check this out, because this is no ordinary toast. This is toast is a multilingual one. So look at this. Go to where you keep the bread. Take the bread. Prenez le pain, ouvrez le sac, sortez le pain, etc., etc. So how cool is that? Do you think that's fun? You could actually learn French and have toast at the same time. And what does that make, Peter? French and toast.
Oh, French toast. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that was the reveal game. And do you know what, boys? We're 11 minutes in. And, boys, do you think you guys are ready to present the Noughts and Crosses yet? Or do you want me to little chat a little bit ready while you get yourself ready? Do you need a couple of minutes?
We're ready.
They are ready. So this is the main part of today's, I'm going to call it a show because that's fun, isn't it? So today's show, this is the center of it, and we are going to be learning about how to make a game of Noughts and Crosses, and it is the Veenstra family that will be showing us how to do that. So I am going to stop sharing my screen at this point, and I'm going to hand over to Peter, Leo, and Robin. Take it away.
Okay, thank you very much, Rory. Thank you very much for letting us speak over here and show our little power app today. My name is Peter Veenstra, and I've got over here today
Leo and Robin.
And how old are you, Leo?
8 and 10.
And 10. So if somebody who's 8 or 10 can create a power app, I think we all can. I think you could even do it if you were 6 or 5 or maybe 4 even. Or younger, we can try. So what we're going to show you today is Noughts and Crosses. Just in case you don't know what the Noughts and Crosses game looks like, we're going to show you the game first. Let us share the screen first. We're over here. We're in PowerApps, and we've created 3 different versions of the Power App. This is the final version, so we're showing you the end product first. So Leo, take it away. And you can see we've got a winner. So the cows over here won and the bunnies lost. And you can replay the game again by pressing on the redo button.
Oh, you get a happy face when someone's won.
Yeah, and you can start the game again and whatever else. So, but that's the end product. What we want to do is we want to build this from scratch. So we're going to start with a new app. And Leo, why don't you go and give that app a nice name?
Noughts and Crosses demo.
That's a good name, I think, Robin. Well, Leo types it in and creates us the Blanco app. Let's see it, otherwise the screen will shake it out. Okay, and while PowerApps is getting ready, we basically already did all the login stuff. So we went to PowerApps.com and then we typed in our username and our password, and then we got to the point where we were. And now we've got a blank screen. Blank screens are really scary, aren't they?
Yeah, so let's make it.
Leo's already changed it into a nice pinky orangey kind of color. And what are you going to do first, Leo?
Change the colour.
Change the colours?
Very important what colour the buttons are.
Yep. So
because otherwise you get annoying dots. Yep.
So what we saw earlier was 9 little squares on the left hand side where you can play the Noughts and Crosses game.
It was already
so what we now first will do is we'll create a game where we'll display X's and noughts. Yeah, so Noughts and Crosses. We don't do the images yet. No bunnies, no cows yet. That comes in the later version. So Leo, why don't we first have a look at deciding who starts the game? Yeah. Why don't you first start with the
app?
Yeah. So when the app starts, we're going to do some things. So while Leo types away, what are we creating over here, Leo?
We're creating a variable called the current turn. Now, a variable is what holds information that can change.
Oh, that's a
which is also which you can also do as some information that might be this that will change depending on something.
Yep.
So we're going to set it to X. Now we need to set all our variables to blank because all the different buttons will be variables.
Yep. So you need to have a semicolon still in front of it. What we're doing is we've got the 9 little boxes over there, and each box has got a variable behind it. And that variable will hold the information if it was the X player, or the Crosses player, or the Noughts player that's playing. But before we start, so when we click on the start of the game, we want it want all the buttons to be not pressed at all yet. Yep. So we set them to
4,
blank.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They
And
are for the
obviously-
9 variables of the buttons.
However, obviously we need to change these variables because otherwise it'll only set variable 1, which is the button which I will create, and that will not work.
Yep.
Because
So what we're doing over here is we've got those 2 numbers over there. And the 2 numbers will there's one for each one of them, and we're using the grid. So the first number will show you the column, and the second will show you the row, or the other way around, whichever way
And
you does it.
the set function is a function
Yep.
that will set something to something else.
To a certain value.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's something. Go right there. Yeah. Better.
So how many variables do we need for this game?
We need 9.
9. Why 9? Why not 10? 10's a nice number. Look, I got 10 fingers, look.
There are 9 buttons, and the buttons are our 9 squares that you would generally have in a Noughts and Crosses game.
It's a grid of 9.
Ah.
9
So you've got one variable for each square.
Yes.
That's really
No.
clever.
So this is variable 1. So basically, this now gets set to ever the current turn is.
Oh, it's whoever it is the current turn, it's going to be set to that. Okay, good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
So,
Very nice.
next, what else do you think we need to do?
So we need to
It
find
should be a 0 or an
Close bracket we
X,
go. Close bracket.
depending on what the current turn is.
Okay, so we need to update the current turn, don't
Yes.
if. So if is a function that if something is true, then it will do something. But if it is false, then it will do something else.
we? Yep.
Okay, brilliant. So why did you put that semicolon in just then? I don't like semicolons.
Because after a bracket, you have to put a semicolon to say and.
And do
Oh,
something as well.
Is it for you to do more than one thing at a time in one button? Oh, that's useful.
Means that you don't have to write lots and lots and lots of positions of code.
Ah, very good. So if I had it for my toast thing, I could push a button and it would open the fridge and put the toast down at the same time.
Yeah.
Good.
So if the current turn at the moment is X and somebody presses the button, what do we want to set the current turn to?
We want to set it to O.
Better do another set then, don't we? I think. So comma and then set again.
Set. And it has to have a bracket because otherwise, what is it doing?
So functions always want brackets, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a bit.
So this set function is always setting a variable, isn't it? And the variable is called current turn.
Yeah.
Or it's a variable, as in var11.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're using different things there. So shall we set it to an yeah.
O.
Ah,
Close bracket again. But what if, Leo, it is already set to an naught?
Then we need to set it to an X.
Okay, well, better do that as well then. Put a little semicolon in between.
Semicolon. I
Yeah, you
always
don't
forget them.
You don't like semicolons either, do
It's
you,
a
Leo?
comma.
It's a
is that a comma on that one?
Yeah, because
No,
it's
fine.
not.
No, it's done. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, it's a comma because it's
Oh, yeah.
See?
part of the set.
Well done, Robin.
Part of the if, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll explain what the if does in a minute.
I've done that already.
Yep. Oh, we can
I
see-
don't think Robin should help because I think he's too young to do PowerApps.
Oh. And a comma.
So those commas were quite important, weren't they? One said if.
Close bracket.
A
Two.
comma basically means 2.
Yeah, it means something else. Separating.
Yeah, it means different things depending on what you're doing.
So what we've now got, I think, is the set var1, and we have the current term being set. So I think that's all good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
make that button display
First, let's just
the
do
right value of it.
text.
Yeah, the text.
So we don't want any text. So as soon as I've typed this in, because I'm not using my double quotes,
Yep.
it means it will have the proper text that it shows having no brackets. So this is basically what the button is.
Display. Yeah, what will display? I want on this cover.
Wow.
Good.
Oh, have you broken it?
No.
Oh,
Still-
okay.
So what else do we want to do, Leo?
Oh, first.
Shall we test it
So
out?
this now just goes ox.
The type of cow.
Yep.
The type of
Very good.
But we don't want that, do we?
We don't want herd of cows that just jump all in.
No, we
Okay.
don't.
But what shall we do over there? We set the display mode?
Yeah.
What shall we set it to?
Set it to blank.
You want to, I think you want to set it. Or if, yeah, we'll do an if. And then
Ah.
1 equals,
Equals.
yeah, blank. So if it's empty, then we want to be able to.
Oh, okay. That's really clever. So you're changing whether or not you can click on the button depending on whether or not it's been clicked before.
Yep.
Yes, because generally, in a proper Noughts and Crosses game, like on paper, once someone has put their turn, generally you wouldn't override it and put a different one on it, would you?
Ooh,
No.
I think we. So
Yeah,
we
you
need to
can
press
do that.
this run on start button.
Yep.
So that it works better. Also, we don't want to have to keep doing this. So after this, I'm going to show you how to then put a new game button in.
Yep.
So that it just goes straight
Yeah.
away. And I'm going to use a little bit of copy pasting for that.
Good. This is really, really good. So that run on start is a way of pretending that you're starting from scratch, isn't it?
Okay.
You're okay.
Kind of, yes. It's basically showing that what it would be at the beginning of a game, but you are not.
Oh, I'm doing the control key.
But you are not playing the game.
Okay.
That's really good, and it's really handy, isn't it? So it means that you don't have to keep playing the game every time. You can just click on that app and then do run on start. I think it's right click and then you run on start, don't you?
Yeah.
Good. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So now
Now, no, I don't have to have a space. So I select all this. I'll take away that semicolon, and then
Yeah.
we go to here because it's still Control Seed. Because I think I
Yeah.
Control Seed it. Control.
Oh, you
yeah.
You
That
didn't.
doesn't work.
You
Oh,
didn't
that-
Try again.
control. Yeah, there you go.
try again. Copy it again.
We just copy
Control A.
there. Control Shift End, which means it
Takes all
selects
the-
it
Yeah.
to the end.
Okay.
I took the semicolon again.
You can right click copy it. Okay, good. Ah, so you've just copied it all the way across.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit quicker, isn't it?
Yep.
Then
Good.
I can go done.
New game.
Oh.
New game.
Yep.
Which gets you back to. So
Brilliant.
it's kind of a run on start, but
Can you tell me how did you get to make the screen really big then? How did you do that? How did you make the
Press the
screen
play,
really
isn't
big so we could see it a bit clear? Oh, hold on. Oh,
when I
You
press display, it gets it nice and big.
that's good.
Otherwise,
like-
you can't test
that's
it.
like you're
because when
playing
you
it,
do
isn't
that,
it?
It just selects it.
yeah.
And-
So you have to press the play button for you actually to be able to play the game.
And you don't have to press the play button. You can have FN on, which means function, I think.
Yep.
And then press the F5 button.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So are you going to, everything's called button 1 and button 2. Are you going to keep the same names or?
No, they should be renamed.
Okay, that's good.
But in our other versions, if I'm correct,
They're not.
they haven't been renamed.
Well,
simply
you
because
could do whatever you want to do on this.
Okay. What we're now doing is, because we could basically create 9 copies of this now button.
Yeah.
We're going to go for a Blue Peter moment. So this is this exciting moment where we've done the work already for us, and we've created the 9 buttons.
This is our basic Noughts and Crosses game, which we made earlier.
Yep.
Brilliant. So you just basically created another 8 buttons.
Yep.
And when you click redo game, it all goes back to the start again.
Yeah, and what we did was, obviously that was variable 1, 1. However, obviously, if I kept it like that, so let's just change that to 1, 2. I will fix it afterwards. then I go here. I click that.
Wrong one.
If I do it to that's
You
one
click
too.
on the middle one, yeah. That's one.
Oh yeah. If I click on the middle one, then it does
that
that
one
one.
comes.
Oh, that's a
Because
bit mad.
that is-
That's a bit mad. So you had to make it go to the right one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
good.
So that's what we fixed. We're going to switch
So
the
I'm now
battery
just
up.
going to fix it again. Have I switched it?
And all the things that we created for the first button, you basically fixed over here, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that's good, isn't it?
And now
Yes.
So, shall we go for the next bit of excitement over here?
Yes.
Because what we want is, in that game you just saw, there were no smiley faces. So we didn't know when the game was finished, and we just continued playing forever and ever.
Yeah.
And
So
we didn't know
what we're
who won.
So what we're going to do is we go down here to icons and go down towards the bottom where you get these and you click the smile.
Okay.
Then you will need to have lots of these icons. One there. So basically everywhere that there could be a 3 in a row.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that is really clever.
What we do is we go to visible, I think it was.
Yeah.
And type in a load of code.
What's code? I don't like code.
Lots of letters and numbers jumbled up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can do some jumble up, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a formula then, is it? Like a little.
bar.
Yeah.
Just straight bar, then.
Yeah.
Just straight.
Okay.
So we got if var 1 underscore
no
1.
You can do it without the if. Just like that.
Okay, you don't need to do the if. I've just been informed. So you got var 1 underscore 1. Okay. Then you got a open. Then you got our little shark type things.
Yep. So they're
Yeah.
less than and
Yep.
greater than, aren't they?
Yep. So they're like the same. Then you got 2 of these, which basically shows that it is blank. So var underscore 1 is the first button over there. This
So
one.
it could be an X or a 0, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then what we do is we do 2 and percents. Okay.
Mhm.
Then we type 1 underscore 1 in again. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what we
Keep
do
going.
is we put a equal sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to type var 1 underscore 2. That one is the button below
No.
the first one.
It's 2 under. It's no 2 underscore
Wait a
1.
second.
There.
Oh yeah,
yes, it's
sorry.
different.
2 underscore 1. Wrong way round.
So the whole reason we're doing this is to
Yeah.
make a smiley face appear if someone wins.
Yeah.
If someone wins, yes.
And what does a visible property do? Why do we want a visible property?
Because it's basically showing that our happy face, yes, will
Yeah.
appear if this bit is true. So
So
then
if
we
you
get-
if you get a line of X's, then you can make it appear,
yes, so we got here.
or a line of
O's,
no,
yes.
Okay.
Then we get our 2 n% back, and we type in var 2 underscore 1 again.
Ah.
Then we put an equal sign and get var
Yeah.
3 underscore 1. What we're basically saying here is that if var 1 underscore 1 is the same as var underscore 2, 1, var 2 underscore 1, and
Yeah.
var 2 underscore 1 is the same as var 3 underscore 1, then our happy face will appear.
Oh, do you want to test it out?
Yes.
I think so.
So our little thing, and then this is the column.
Come on.
It's now a piece.
Yeah, we
now-
did it.
Yay! And then our redo game still works.
That's really good.
Yep.
Okay.
So
So
you
now
think
we're
it's
going
time
to-
for another Blue Peter moment, Roy?
Yes. We're going to
Brilliant.
now produce our version 2, which basically will
Excellent.
have all these beautiful happy faces going around it. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, it will disappear. There we go. Oh, don't
So-
fly.
Here we are. If you see here, when we play. Oopsies.
Just
You can still do it.
press some buttons somewhere.
Okay.
And you're doing the diagonals.
Yeah, I can do. Hey, there's a winner.
Show
Oh,
the two
wow,
winners.
that's
Show
amazing.
Code for a
Here, I'm
diagonal
doing
line.
it.
Yeah,
So, if you see, depending, this is important as well that you rename the things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you see, depending, this is here because of it. Those are what you would want for that thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
depending on which one, it all depends on the code that you would need.
Yeah, and it's quite
So
good.
what
On
you
the left hand side, you can see all the column names and the row names
Yep.
and the diagonal names. So you straight away know which smiley face belongs to which number 3 in a row.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. So how do you rename things? Do you just talk at the computer? You go column 1 and then it renames it. How do you rename it? Oh,
What you do is you select it, then you go to the 3 little dots over there, and you click on that. Then you will find a list. Then you go down to rename, which selects that. Then you can change to whatever you want, and then press the enter key.
can I show you a trick?
What?
Oh, you can
Click on one of the buttons.
Yep.
Buttons.
Any one of them on
click
the
on the
screen.
buttons.
On the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah.
You're there.
On-
Yeah.
Are you
Nothing.
clicking on the screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over there.
Okay. Go up to the right hand side where it says button 2.
Yeah.
Go up. It's a bit of a lag on here. Can you see that? And you
Yeah.
click. Can you see the pencilers?
Don't
Can
click
you
on it.
click on the pencil?
And you can rename it that too.
Yeah. So you can click on the screen and then rename it, which sometimes is a bit easier if you've got a really big app. Okay.
I
Love-
never knew that.
I did.
You learn something
Brilliant.
every day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. So have you finished now?
No, we've got
No.
some more excitement.
Oh no. What are you going to do?
What we've got is, if you remember from our game at the end,
Uh-huh.
we had some animal pictures in there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So what we go to insert media
Oh, okay.
to image. It's the first one down. You will then find it comes to a blank image. Okay.
Oh dear.
What we're first going to do is create our little control key, which shows whose go is it. Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's
we
take a
need
second image, is what I mean.
this one to do.
Yeah.
We need to get a second image because we've got 2 characters.
Uh-huh.
We will also need in our icons that there are some arrows. Where are we? Here we are. That will then point here. For the arrows, we will be using.
Yeah, another one.
For the arrows, we will be using our visible thing again.
Okay.
But first, we're doing the images. So-
I see.
Here you go, is you click on the image to here where you get image and it says none.
Uh-huh.
You click on that and you go to add an image file. Then you go
Okay.
to here.
Take your time with that bit
Okay.
because people might not see that. So the
Yeah.
next time you do it, do it a bit slower.
Okay.
The screen is catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's taking a while, but it's really
Okay.
good. Loving it.
Where you get some pictures. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You can go to anywhere else, but we've got our pictures here.
Yep.
So we go
Select
here,
one.
select one, and press open.
Yes, replace.
We've already got had done it before, but we're just going to replace it. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes a while to load, and there
Yeah.
you get a bunny. Okay. Then you
Wow.
go here. Then you go to other one, back to image. You find we've got both of them here, but for generally you wouldn't have it because you would be creating a new app. So then you go back to here and get your second image. Then you open
Okay.
it, and like I say, for us we just replace it.
And do you know where? Do you know where you can go to see what images are in your app? If you're not sure. If you go up to File on the
Yeah.
top left-hand side,
Yeah,
and then you click down onto Media,
yeah. Oh,
you can see them there. So
Yeah.
you can actually add them in here as well. And sometimes if you had lots of images, you could see them in here.
okay.
You can upload them all in one go
Oh, that's
before you
good.
use them.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got these. Back to this one. So we got our two things. So
So make those arrows now only appear at the right time.
yeah, but
Ah,
we
okay.
need to rename these.
Oh yes, we better rename them.
This one will be known as image cow. Okay, because it's a cow and it's an image. We go to here, the other one. This one, you can probably guess it. Image bunny. Why do you call it bunny with carrot? No, that just makes an extra lot of typing. Really.
Yeah, that makes it very long.
Yeah. So let me go to our arrows. To visible, where we
Check the current turn, don't we?
yeah.
So is the bunny is that the X or is the cow the X?
The bunny is the O.
Okay.
The bunny actually will make bunny X. Bunny O.
Make your mind
So,
up.
Leo. So we go current turn because that's what it is, and we are going to make this one. Remember these. We're going to make it.
So we make it an X
We're going to make it O.
for the O. Yeah. Then like that.
Then we go to this one, but that one would not be O because it's this one. The current turn will be X.
Do you know, when you try to select, you could just double click with your
I
mouse.
know.
It's fine. There we go.
I had to use it.
Should it be capital?
Yes.
The capital letter?
Okay.
Otherwise it won't work.
So then when we go here, although we haven't got our people, if you go here,
Bunnies.
we get an O, then we get a X. But if you go here, back here, we of course want to have,
The bunnies and the cows now appearing, don't we?
we of course want to have the bunnies and the cows, because otherwise things get confusing if someone was to use it. So what we go to is
There's the media.
to media. We're going to get another image, okay, and just drag it over here, okay. What we're now going to do
So we
is
send it all the way to the back.
we're going to send it to the back.
Before you do that, Robin, might want to explain it.
Okay, basically, what we got here is because at the moment, when we play, our image is there at the front, isn't it?
Can you click on it, Robin, on the button? No, you can't click on it because the image is
can't.
sitting in the way of the button, isn't it?
You can click on it if you go to the side, but you don't get anything, so there's no point.
Because it's
Yep.
because they.
So what we need
texted
to
behind.
do is we need to send this one to the back. You must send it to the back because if you send it backward, it only goes down one.
Yeah, and now it appears all the way at the bottom of the list, and that means that it will appear behind the button now.
Yes. So
So now we need to set the image as well, don't we, Robin?
Yes.
So shall we do that first?
So our image.
So in the image, you've already got it there.
So we're doing this bit because we want to click on it. Instead of having a 0 or an X, we want to have an image. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes. You can
okay.
choose any image, whatever you want. Except there are certain types of images that has to go in here, obviously.
Yep. So let's have a look.
It doesn't accept everything.
So shall we use
So we start with an if.
Yep.
And then we go back to our var 1_1 because it is var 1_1. Have
That's
a
the first field.
Yep.
There, yep. With a
If it equals capital letter. If var _1 equals x, then
we need to get the cow
we
image, don't we?
get cow.
So I think you called it image cow.
Yep. We got image cow dot image because you're saying here that it's an image. Okay. Let's see, wrong one.
Just image.
Okay.
Yep. So that takes the image from the thing on the right hand side,
Yep.
the little cow on the right hand side,
Oh.
and it will take the image, and that's what it will use. Or
Yes.
if it's
Or
not an X, if it's
If
an
it's
O,
not an X but an O, then you put a Then when we have our comma,
so we're using
we
the
then
bunny.
put image bunny dot image.
Good.
So if you can
And then this
see,
goes back.
there will be they get highlighted in colours, but it doesn't matter that one's red and one's green. Then we close our bracket. Now,
And just so people know, I'll just chip in. So it was image cow.image, but it's just so that people know that that image property, the image control, could have had lots of other properties, like it has an X location, a Y location, it has a visible property, but the boys chose the image property because that's what they needed, but they could have chosen lots of different properties.
So then what we're going to, so if we go to our play here, when we click on this,
It's still not visible.
it's still not visible.
Okay, so let's do that again.
We're missing something.
So
Yes, we are. I
you
know
need to
it.
make the button see-through, don't you?
So we need to make our button, which one is
Well,
it?
the button 1,
One.
isn't it? Yeah.
So we need to make our button see-through because at the moment it is only displaying, Here we are.
Visible.
Yep.
Those,
it is only displaying,
isn't disabled.
you find
field,
if,
isn't it?
yep. It is only displaying our O because that is currently the thing that is clear.
Shall we
So,
explain this a little bit,
yes,
Robin? How
what we
colours
do-
work in PowerApps?
Yep. So you got RGBA stands for red, green, blue, and
Alpha value.
alpha value.
Yes.
The thing is about alpha value, this is our fourth one. It depends what it shows how
Now see-through.
how transparent something
Okay.
is. So at the moment we've got it on 1. For this it should not be on 1. If it's got on 1, you will find that our button will show the O. Now what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with, wait for it, 0. And I've just done a magic trick.
Yay!
Got a bunny
Well
here.
done. That's amazing.
Now the bunny appears.
Yep.
That's
now when-
brilliant.
So-
And now when we redo our game, a cow appears.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
So
Brilliant.
that all works.
Yeah.
Shall we do another Blue Peter moment?
Yes, we're going to finish this off now. If
Yes.
you see, we've now come straight back to here. Our images are now
All
down
there.
at the bottom. We need make sure you rename them. And now back again. Our images will now play Happy Faces.
No.
See?
So
It's all working, isn't it?
Yep. And
Brilliant.
then our redo game does it as well.
Yep.
So that's about it, I think, for
Yep.
now.
I think that's the whole game there.
Yes.
Rory, I don't know if there are any questions in the chat window at
Well,
all.
that's a very good point. Do you know what? I was so
You've been
fascinated.
busy.
I was literally so fascinated by the whole thing that I haven't been following the chat at all. But
You can
so
always open the mics. If anybody has got any questions, feel free to open the mic. And if there are no questions, that's fine too. We'll still be around. We'll answer the questions in the chat later on.
Oh, this is Matthew here. Hi, boys.
Hello. Say hello back.
Hello.
Hi. I'm just wondering how long it took you to make the first edition of the game. You look very well practiced here. You're just flying through it. So I was wondering how long it took you to make the first edition.
Quite a long time.
It's probably a couple of hours, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's originally we had, but you find we had several sessions of it. It is not something over here. What we've just done. It is not something that you can just with 1 hour or so session be able to do to suddenly produce something like this. It takes a long time and a lot of practice to get everything right. We we've spent quite a long time on it. So,
Quite a few times. Back from scratch and try again, isn't it?
Back from scratch and try again. Back to scratch. Back to the drawing board. Try again. It's
But I think within a couple of hours, if you hardly ever used PowerApps before, I think a couple of hours you managed to be able to do the first time, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you certainly look very well practiced now. Congratulations on a fantastic game.
Thank you.
well done.
Thank you.
That was excellent. Thank you so much, boys. Did you enjoy being on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And is
Did you
it
enjoy
true?
it, really?
Yes.
Not just yeah.
And
Yay!
is it true that in normal times, Daddy stays at home and you go to work and do all the programming?
No.
Work? What's work, Rory?
Indeed. Well, I was transfixed by that. That was absolutely wonderful and a really great game as well. What I think I'll do now is I'm going to show everyone how they can download your game from the website so that they can do that, because there's a little bit of a trick to this. So I'm going to share my screen if that's okay. Thanks, boys. I'll just say goodbye to you. Just make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Okay, good. It's a little bit laggy at the moment, but it should get there eventually. Is my screen sharing okay at this point?
Nope.
Not yet.
No,
Yeah, it's coming up.
almost.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna
see
get
Because
this
it's
up.
10.
Yeah, just me and my tent. Yeah, I just everything's working very hard at the moment, so I'm just going to stop that now. So yeah, I'm just gonna show people how it is you go and get that wonderful game from the boys. So I'm on Twitter at the moment because I've been just checking out what's going on. So if I go onto Google, or if I just go onto Google like that, and if I type in, I can go onto Google. I can just type in PowerApps for Kids. Now, if you type in that, as it happens, because there isn't much going on for PowerApps for Kids, you'll get to my website. Now, if you click on there, now the plan will be for us to make a website that's dedicated to this, a safe place for children to learn about PowerApps. So what we've got here is, this was a little bit about the storytelling competition. And if you want to see the Noughts and Crosses game, then you can go and click on here, and it takes you off to this funny place called GitHub. And then what we can do is we can click on this here. So if I click on that item there, I can go to download. It's not very obvious, but it's here. I can click on download, and that'll go onto my computer. Then I'm going to go onto my Office. If I type in PowerApps up at the top, I'll click on PowerApps there. So this one's slightly tricky because it's a zip file, which is not the same as your other files. And then what I'll do with that is I will go on to apps eventually. So I'll go on to apps. So it goes home, learn apps. It has to kind of wake up a little bit, and I'll go import Canvas apps. So this is the bit that's different to some of the other apps that we've done. It's just two different ways of exporting it and importing it. So I've clicked on that, upload a zip package file. Now the thing to bear in mind is the app that the boys did was a standalone app. That you'd need nothing for this thing to work. So you click open on there, and it's going to whiz around for a little bit. It tends to take a little bit longer using this method than the alternative method. So it'll kind of go around here, and that'll ask me which version I want to do. I'll click OK, and then I've got my version. So notice this thing says update here. Well, we don't want to update an app because I don't have one. So what I'll have to do is click my drop down and do create as new, and I'm just going to call it Noughts and Crosses, and I'll call it live. And if I click save now, it'll, oh, hold on, save and then import. It's now importing the app. And what we'll find in a second, it'll say, hey, you've done the import of the app, and I'll actually be able to use the app at that point. So you can see that it's done it. And if I click on open app, what it'll actually do is it will actually start trying to edit the app. What I'm actually going to do, it's a bit strange, but if you kind of click on learn and then click on apps again, then what we'll see is then I have got loads of apps in here. You can see it's, look, 25 seconds old. I can actually hit the play button, and in the space of literally, what was that, about 2 minutes, we have got our app that the boys gave to me. I put it onto GitHub, I've downloaded it, and now we've got an app that works, and this, and it works. How amazing is that? Is that good? You like that, but don't you, boys?
It's really good, isn't it?
So that is a slightly different way of
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you just have to find a friend, Rory, to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. I could just spend the rest of the time. So what I'm going to do now is, believe it or not, I'm so good at the PowerPoint. I actually missed one of my things, and one of my things was to play the reveal game. Drum roll. Right, this is the reveal game, and the way it works is that there is an image hiding behind some tiles. So what I'm going to do is gradually click on the tiles, and this can be in fact, people can shout in or jump in on the chat to say what it is. Peter, if you can just watch the chat, and we'll see who gets the image first. So the way in which this works is I'm now going to start revealing something, and it will gradually reveal. I'm going to keep clicking on the thing on the top right, and someone has to guess what this is. Boys, do you know what it is?
That's hard.
Oh, it's difficult.
Going to be the
Peacock.
What is it?
Peacock.
Do
Peacock.
you think it's a peacock?
Who is this?
From
Do
Lion
you recognise
King.
it?
Yeah.
Have we got a winner?
No. Oh, yeah. Nigel Cox, I think. Sazu.
I
Now,
reckon.
unfortunately, this app has actually got sound on it, and I can't stand
Got
it. But
someone.
who got it?
Someone got it.
Who won it? Okay, who's
Nigel did.
Nigel
Oh,
Cox.
this one's really easy. Boys, have you got it yet? This is boys v dads. Okay,
This is
ready?
not Rory.
It's not. Thank you very much. Has anyone got it yet?
No.
Boys, come on, boys. You've got to do this. Got to get this before your dad gets it.
Oh, our dad. No.
This not your dad.
Oh, I know. Harry Potter.
Yes, you beat your dad. Well done.
I'm quite good at that. I must say. When you read that many books.
Now, this is going to be really quick. Has anyone in the crowd got it yet? It's going to be really quick. Someone has got it by now, surely.
Trump.
No.
Trump.
It is indeed Donald Trump.
Yes. Jump. We just said 4 Trumps.
Oh, crikey, I don't even know who this is. Oh, no, this one's really good. This one's quite hard, actually. Anyone got it? Anyone got a good guess? Oh, you might get it from this. Any guesses?
I've got an idea.
Mo Farah?
He's very fast.
Yeah, Mo Farah, I think.
Oh, Usain Bolt.
Well done. Well done, boys. And I'm not going to actually do that sound thing. So what I want to show people is, in fact, we've got to do the competition thing in a minute. So believe it or not, the competition was a joint first place for, and it was, believe it or not, for the people that presented today. It was Leo and Robin, and they made some really nice stories for us. I'm going to just show Leo's story. And so he took the app that I gave them last time round, and he did a really interesting story, which do you want me to make this available to people in the world to download, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can put that on, and he's done some really interesting things. So he's changed the colour of the writing here, and he's used the next page. And so this is a very mysterious story about
A dragon.
Isn't it about a dragon?
Yeah.
Something gets
the dragon.
Something gets
I think
stolen.
it's one of the soft toys.
Oh look, and they used their pictures, and so it was a dragon playing Noughts and Crosses. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I'm kind of conscious of time, but it's a really good story. I will make it available to download. And
There's another really funny thing.
What's that?
There was one picture of a
I know. It's right. I'll let people download that. So the way in which you download that is when I get the chance, I'll put it into the Story Maker thing here. And what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to show people the reveal game and how to actually customize it for themselves. Now you can download it here, and the instructions for this one is in this on this video here. So you can download it from there. But what I'm going to do is I am going to show you. I'm going to show you how to edit this game. So this is the reveal game. So you could do pictures of your dog or your cat. Boys, have you got pets? No.
No.
Well, you could do a picture of like a family member or anything like that, or just like I don't know, like a toy or something like that. Or does Dad just have you doing work all day long?
Yeah, they have got to work in PowerApps all day long.
That's it. Yeah. You could be a picture of you with your favorite Power App. All I want to do is, Peter, do you think we should maybe for the next competition ask people to customize this app for themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way this works is that you can see the app here, and all that happens is you go in and you click on the button and it starts to reveal something. So, actually I forgot how to do this. Does anyone know what this is? I forgot I've done this.
Eiffel Tower.
Well done, boys. You're brilliant. So the way in which you customize this is you go onto the admin screen. In fact, I'm just going to go back here. I'm going to click on there, and I'm going to go. Oh, crikey! Oh, I don't want that noise to go, but it will. You go to the admin screen, and all you have to do to make the game change is you click on the image, and you click the drop down for the image. And if you want this to be someone else, like I don't know, like let's do Federer, okay? You can just change it there, and that means the game has now changed. That's all you have to do. So this is the same. Oh, don't worry. It'll just be the thing waking up. Do you remember that on start thing? I think I have to run the on start for this thing to change. So so that's all you have to do to make this your own app, is to go in there and change it around. So my challenge for next time round is for people to do their version of the reveal game, but maybe have a theme to it. Like it could be tennis players, or it could be different types of dogs, or it could be something to do with space or anything like that. So does that sound like an idea, boys? Do you think you'd be up for that? Yeah. So all you have to do to change the image is to go down there, and you could change the image by just adding an image file. You could get it from your computer, and then you'd make that all work. So we're getting towards the end of the session, which is really sad, isn't it? Boys, have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop up the slide here. Rory and his amazing is amazing. Oh, I was going to do a learning check as well. I forgot about that. So what did we do today? You guys, we did a recap of what is PowerApps, why we learn it, what we covered in first session. But then we did a very detailed session on how to build noughts and crosses. So we learned about things like variables, which were really interesting. We saw buttons. We saw the visible property, which was really interesting. And we also saw that display mode. That we did it really, really quickly. But display mode, for those of you not familiar, is something to just be aware of. It's not so much that it's displaying it. It's like how it operates. So display mode.edit meant that you could click on the button, and that's how you also changed whether or not it was visible or not, using that. Do you remember that RGBA, which means red, green, blue, and apples?
Alpha value. Alpha value.
Alpha value, and what? And that does what?
Transparency.
Ah, that's really good. So that's fantastic. So we are developing this all the time. Please make contact with myself and Peter. If you've enjoyed this, maybe put something onto Twitter. Just hashtag it as PowerApps4Kids, and do approach us. You can approach myself or Peter. My hashtag is @AzureRory, but you can look us both up on there or on LinkedIn, etc. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and thank you to the Reactor for making this available to us and promoting it and so on. And I should say that there are a lot of people also in the background that are helping encourage this so that we can have more sessions. Please let me know if there are other things that you'd like to do. And the next session, actually, final point, the next session will be, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to type it into the screen just so that we've actually got it on the recording. So the next session will be, we said Thursday. Oh, crikey. What was it? Thursday, the 2 weeks time. So that will be the 21st. Is that right? Thursday, 21st of May 2020, and we'll go for the same time.
Yeah.
So that is okay, and that's to kind of coincide with the build event that's taking place. So I'm going to hand back to Emma and just say thank you for having us, and we will see you again soon, and keep power apping.
Thanks, Rory, and thanks to everyone for joining. And this session was recorded and should be on our YouTube channel, hopefully towards the end of the week. So I'll send that out on Meetup. And any comments, feedback in the meantime, you can reach out on Meetup or on this chat as well. So thanks everyone for joining, and thanks to our stars, Robin and Leo, for today as well.
Big hand clap for those. Well done, boys. Well done. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.